Hey there, Samitian here, and welcome back to Morrowind. Last time we explored a bit more of Old Ebonheart, and today we're going to hopefully find the Thieves Guild and do some Thieves Guild quests on the mainland. But first I'm going to sleep, because I would like to use the spell Mark, if possible. My chances of casting the spell are pretty bad, to be honest. It's a rather high level mysticism spell, and my mysticism is currently 15, which isn't very high. But there we go. New mark. So now if I cast Recall,
I will listen, Commander, but make it quick.
I can go to Old Ebonheart Docks, or not. Apparently this is a little buggy in this pack, I have heard. So let me make another mark. Apparently the first mark just doesn't work. So I will need to make a second one. So now I can go to Mark 2. And it teleports me back to where I was. So that's very useful as a means of fast travel. By the way, this isn't how the spell Mark and Recall works in the vanilla game. In the vanilla game, you have one place that you mark and one place to recall to, which is a little limiting, but it's fine. It doesn't matter that much, in my opinion. How much did that level our mysticism? Pretty decent amount, actually. So, someone in this general vicinity, was it you? Told me that I can find the Thieves Guild at the Empress Kataraya Inn.
Don't press your luck.
So I'm going to be looking for that, the Empress Kataraya Inn. Mother Alesia. The Moth and Tiger. Sounds interesting. I got distracted too much last time doing thievery stuff, so this time I'm going to try and do what I said that I'm going to do, which is looking for the Thieves Guild and not spending all of my time stealing from people. Who are you? Just a commoner? Okay. Exotic weapons. A barrister's guild? Huh. Red guard goods. What is a red guard good? This town is fucking massive. There's a potion shop right here.
Go ahead.
I probably could have bought the supplies I needed for this guy from there. What you holding there, bud?
Happy to help. What's your problem?
Sell backpacks. That's very interesting. Buy one of these. And can I get a good deal? None. I don't believe any of these are in here. I definitely don't have Frostwind or Hunger and Thirst. Okay. Nice free 60 feather effect.
The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
Ah, greetings. You won't find a better bargain in town.
Selling fish. bank. All the Fighters Guild's here. I still can't join the Fighters Guild, I think. I have been leveling my blunt a little bit, but I don't think it's enough. Grand Chapel of Talos. Alright, where is this place? I believe I explored everywhere. No? Sewers? It's not in the sewers, is it? Did I miss it somewhere over here? Wait, was it at the docks? Let me head back to the docks. You. Empress Kataraya Inn. Oh, that's the Imperial Navy. Empress Kataraya Inn. Was the salty fuck? Wait, it's just right. Fuck. It's just right. It's just right fucking here.
I am busy, so if you will excuse me.
Hello. The legendary Tomb Raider Antio Florane. I'm a lovable rogue, a silver-tongued devil with a taste for the better things in life. But lovable as I am, some people get upset with me, and so I must fight. Purely in self-defense, you understand. I like light armor and short blades for self-defense. Heavy armor and heavy weapons will just tire you out. But I train with various different weapon types and armor types so I can improvise when the situation demands it.
Our doors are always open.
Death is upon you. You should find a healer.
Death is upon me. I should find a healer. Do I have a disease? No. Great. Lady doesn't know what she's talking about. Where is my Mr. Thieves Guild contact? Well, I found the Thieves Guild, but that's a pretty high lock level. I can probably open it with... How many lockpicks do I have? I've got a good amount of lockpicks, but my security isn't that high. It's 35. Maybe someone here will give me a key.
Doors are always
Ask
open.
of me.
Good day, I am Namalvu Erliendi, publican of the Empress Kataraya, the finest inn named after a dead regent in all of Tamriel. We rent beds, and I have a limited selection of goods for barter. What do you got? Booze and alchemy ingredients.
I don't have a lot of patience for questions, Outlander.
The mute, mute ain't that mute.
If
Here
a
you
few
are.
words can help, I'd be
Ahoy
happy
there,
to.
lassie. I'm Captain Fettens, and this merry gathering of people be my crew. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. I've got some jobs to offer you. Well now, lassie, I think we ought to test your sea legs, so to speak. See what you can bring to this crew of mine. Now then, have you ever heard of the Eye of Argonia? It is a legendary gem of immense value, and an elusive gem at that. Always going missing, always appearing in the most unexpected of places. My sources tell me that the Eye has now found its way on board the Imperial warship Princess Morgaya, docked here in the city. It's been given to an officer of the Navy, Afaic Calica, for safekeeping, with orders not to surrender the gem to anyone unless they know the secret code word. Luckily, I happen to know it. The code word is Scurvy Mudcrab. I want you to get aboard the warship, find Faye Calica, and get the gem from her. Convince her that you're a special courier or an agent working for the Navy. Remember, the code word is Scurvy Mudcrab. Don't say or do anything that would blow your cover. Alright, so I need to go to the Princess Margea, find Afea Calica, and say Scurvy Mudcrab. Easy enough. It's anchored in the docks. Three-masted warship with a Navy Sea Dragon symbol on its scales. You can't miss it. Yes, that's the Navy code word. It took me a lot of effort to procure it. How'd you find the code word? From a drunken Navy sailor. Sailors are often drunk now, and when they are drunk, their lips loosen. Sometimes they blurt out secrets by accident, sometimes to make an impression. More about this eye. Okay. Sounds easy enough. I'm not even stealing. I'm just getting it. She'll just give it to me. For free. I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say that this is the boat that I am looking for. I need to go to the other side. I'm going to save before I go on the boat, because I don't know what's going to happen here. It could be terrible. Maybe they'll attack me. Maybe the scurvy mud crab isn't a real passphrase. Maybe it's a trap. You're just a random sailor.
The Nine and the Empire.
Are you people mad at me for being in here?
Excuse me. Did you say something?
He said I'm not supposed to be here, but he didn't. He doesn't seem that upset about it.
Here to see the castle? What's this about?
This scent is
Welcome
new.
aboard the Third Empire Men, Princess Margaya, flagship of the Imperial Navy in Morrowind. I am Captain Kilja, captain of the ship. Brings you below the deck. No particular reason. I'm not doing anything. This is a lock level 100 trapped chest. It's very intriguing to me. I'm just gonna steal your perfume. I don't know if I can open that.
Fresh game. It's fine with me. Go ahead.
Hello. Note to Captain. As per your orders, I've sent 2 men into town with most of the armaments to be repaired. You were right, that little skirmish with those pirates did more damage than I thought. Our weapons master still has a few weapons that he said will be fixed by the morrow. And I'm gonna save. I'm a how the fuck do you pronounce this name? I am F.A. Calica, the first mate of Captain Kilja. You're aboard the greatest warship that ever sailed the inner sea. Mind your manners. Scurvy mudcrab. Where did you learn that code word? That's top speaker. You're a spy, aren't you? Seize her. Before you can act, a bag is thrown over your head from behind. You are bound and dragged down to the ship's brig. Your blindfold is removed, but you are still bound and unable to move. Why is she in here with me? Okay, scoundrel, I want some answers. Who gave you the secret code word? Who sent you here? There's been a mistake. I'm an agent of the Navy. You can drop that act now. I know an imposter when I see one. Pretending to be an officer of the Imperial Navy is a crime, and continuing the charade will only make things worse for you. You're a thief and a spy, so start talking. Who sent you here? Well, I'm not gonna rat out my good pal Captain Fentus. I work alone. Alone? I think not. Someone must have given you the secret code word. Someone must have told you of the Eye of Argonia. Someone hired you to do this job. Give me a name, or do I have to start breaking your fingers? Do your worst. The ones you sent you here aren't worthy of your loyalty. They'd betray you in a heartbeat if they were in your position. You think they give a damn about what happens to you? They've forsaken you. You're alone, and no one's coming to your rescue. Come on, don't suffer in vain. Just give me a name and you can go free. I give you nothing. Quit wasting my time and tell me who sent you here. Give me a name or you can rot in the brig for the rest of your miserable life. Do what you will, I'm not talking. Really, Bosmer? Is that your final decision? Yes. Well, if that's how it is, I guess we're done here. You're free to go. Wait, really? It's clear that I'm not getting anything from you, so I might as well let you go now. You're a stalwart lass, and any captain would be lucky to have someone like you in their crew. Just get off this ship. Your ties are unbound. Cool. Huh. Well, this is obviously a trick. She's going to send someone to follow me, clearly. But the quest tells me to go back to Captain Fentis, so I'm going back to Captain Fent. Where the fuck? Wait, I'm not hidden? Who sees me? Anything decent in here? Not particularly. Take some pie. Don't mind me just being distracted with thieving again. Thieving again. Hi.
Here to see the castle?
Yes. Our city's taverns reviewed. New to our fair city, looking for a place to forget your troubles on the road? Fret not, the bellman has you covered. Our correspondents have visited, rated, and ranked all of our taverns, inns, and boarding houses for your convenience. The Moth and Tiger. Despite its unassuming exterior, this establishment offers the finest lodgings and drinks in all of Ebonheart. Do try its impressive selection of wines. Travelers longing for the comforts of home need look no further than the first building to the right as they enter our city through the main gate. Not to be confused with the Legion boarding house across the street, which only serves Legion recruits poorly. The Mother Arlesia. Our city's best bakery is located at the intersection just past the Moth and Tiger. While it offers no lodgings or drinks, it makes up for this with the quality of its baked goods. The Mother Arlesia is well renowned for its biscuits, specialty bread, and pies. Indeed, it is said that the unsurpassed quality of the Mother Alesia is the reason why so many bakers find their way to our city, eager to sample its wares and glean its recipes. Empress Kataraya, the oldest of our city taverns, its establishment's beds are acceptable, its food serviceable, and its drinks cheap. While the building has seen better days, it is worth a visit for its colorful clientele. Strike up a conversation with its regulars, and you are bound to have an interesting time. Its bartender, on the other hand, is far less talkative, which ensures that patrons' secrets will not be spilled by the serving staff. Hostel of Stendar's Mercy. While those new to our city might be misled by the name, the Hostel of Stendar's Mercy does not serve common travelers. Instead, it is dedicated to the rehabilitation of those citizens unfortunate enough to have found themselves enslaved by the Dark Elves. Those of means and generous spirit may nevertheless wish to visit the hostel on Craftsman Street to leave a donation and allow the good work to continue. That's an interesting place. I wonder if they have, like, what's the word for freeing slaves? Liberation? No, that's not right. Emancipation? That's like freeing them on like a grand scale. What's like freeing them on like a small scale? I wonder if they have missions to let me do that. That would be pretty cool. The Salty Futtocks. I love that name. Located on the eastern side of the city, this establishment has little to offer to well-off travelers. Worse, it is notorious for its watered-down liquor and frequent bar brawls. I murdered a man in there. Adventurous travelers looking for a good time might feel tempted to pay the place a visit, but be warned, you are just as likely to find a knife to the back instead. Surely the guards would have shut down the tavern long ago were it not for the diversion it offers to the dregs of society. 6 Fishes. Should you find yourself in Ebonheart on Vardenfell, the 6 Fishes offers rooms and interesting drinking companions to any traveler. While the inn is not particularly exceptional, its visitors are varied and have many a tale to tell about the hazards of the island. For the adventurous traveler, a visit should prove instructional, but those that prefer more refined comforts would do well to stay on the mainland. Cool. Cool, interesting story.
Any time now.
So this is obviously a trap. She's going to send someone to follow me and see where I go. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. Going back to the Empress Kataraya. No. Yes.
I am busy, so
Our
what
doors
is this
are
about?
always
Excuse
open.
me.
What do you ask of me?
Need you even ask? I am a thief, just like you, my friends. Now, is that all? Because I have things to steal. Good work. You have the Eye of Argonia, Sharia Lightfoot. Remember that secret Navy code word is Scurvy Mudcrab. Surely you must have realized by now that there were no legendary artifacts on the ship. This is all a test of your character. Afe Kalika is an old friend of mine from my Navy days. We go way back. I told her to shake you a little to see how you'd react, to see if you could be trusted. From what I hear, you really proved yourself. Even under intense interrogation, you didn't betray the guild. Impressive. I have no reward for you, but allow me to shake your hand. I'm proud to have you on my crew, Sharia Lightfoot. That also makes sense. She did let us go rather quickly. I assumed that she was going to send someone to follow us, but her being a Thieves Guild friend makes sense too. From here on out, the jobs I have for you won't be wild goose chases, I promise. I wouldn't try to fool you twice. Yeah. You proved you're trustworthiest to me, Sharia Lightfoot. That was the reason behind the job, but if you ever happen to find the real Eye of Argonia, do let me know. Can I advance? No, not quite. This time the job's for real. I need you to steal me a copy of Dwemer airship plans. I need them for a project of mine. You making an airship? I want you to bring me a copy of Dwemer airship plans. Now, there are probably a number of identical copies of the plans in this province, but I happen to know that one of them is in the Navy Command Post Tower here in Old Ebonheart, in a room where all sorts of contraband items are kept. Getting to the tower through the front door might be too difficult a task even for a master thief. Instead, I suggest you take a more underground approach. You can use the sewers to access the tower unseen. There's an outfall pipe at the docks where you can enter the sewer system, if you're not afraid to get a little wet. Once you're in the sewers, the secret entrance to the Navy command post shouldn't be far off. It's the first door that's on your left. Then you should be able to walk up the stairs to the contraband items room. The airship plans are in the room somewhere. Good luck, lassie. Stealing some Dwemer airship plans, huh? That's pretty fancy. So the sewers, the pipe's right there. First door on my left, apparently, is the Navy command post. Let me do a little quickie save and head into the sewers. Oh, I need to touch this one, okay. There's paper down here. Bring this out. Just in case. The sewers are probably full of, like, rats and stuff. I had to take a wild shot in the dark. Oh, fancy. Very fancy. What the hell? Okay, so if I do this pull rope, I assume it'll let me over there. Yeah, that's the Imperial Navy command post. Do I want to explore the sewers a little bit, perhaps? I wouldn't mind murdering some rats. Get my stats up a little bit. Get my sneaking up a little bit. Infected rat, on the other hand, sounds like something I don't want to deal with. I don't know if I want to deal with any infected rats. Let's just do our job. What's down here? Anything funny? It's a fish. Diseased slaughterfish? Yeah, I don't like that everything down here is diseased. Dealing with disease isn't super difficult, but it is pretty annoying to have to go, like, find a healer. Boost! I thought I turned that off. Did I not? I'm turning off everything. Turning off all of these things. Staff spell buffs. Having a staff buffs your spell chance. Nah, just turn everything off. I want a relatively vanilla experience. There. Relatively vanilla being the operative word. I can't get out of this water. Seriously? Is my acrobatics so low? There we go. Okay. Acrobatics is terrible. Locked door, you say? Well, I've got a lockpick. My lockpicking is going to be worse because my fatigue is low. I wonder why my fatigue is low. It's because I boosted into a wall. Okay. Metal Gear. Okay, come on. I know my stats are pretty shit, but it's a rat. Take some arrows and bolts. They don't weigh anything, so might as well. Well, this heavy armor isn't doing anything for me. A silver saber. Weighs a little too much for me to bother picking up. Alright, we're at the command post. A little quick save. Metal Gear. There's somebody in here. Somebody who sees me, but doesn't seem to care all that much. Okay, let me... Navy Command Post Tower. I am in the Command Post Tower. My security increased. Wow, this locked chest had fucking nothing. Okay. So this lady doesn't seem to give a shit that I'm here. But I'm gonna try and go up here first. Come on. I know I'm using some shitty lockpicks, but... Get all this salt rice. I need to level my alchemy a bit. Do you think I can use this as an alchemy ingredient? Probably not. Yeah, no, it has a value. Oh. What? It's relocked itself? Oh, it probably has two different locks for each side. Okay, let me just...
Way too many questions.
Let me just do a little quick save here. Did I see more gold up there? Hold up. Oh. gold for me. Hi,
I
I'm...
haven't much time, so be quick about this.
She doesn't seem to care that I'm here. Ah, here they are, the Dwemer airship plans, as well as a bunch of other random Dwemer stuff. Yeah, Dwemer stuff's illegal for some reason, and I'm not entirely sure why. So let me just do a little bit of that. A little bit of cupboard lockpicking. Got some booze. Of the not super expensive variety. This is a decent way to get my lock picking up a little bit, or my security, I mean. Got a good skooma pipe. I'll take that. These ash statues. Orcish tower shields. Those are worth quite a bit. Got some glass. Alright, I could probably steal more from in here, but this lady is... she's looking around too much. Thanks for the loot. Alright, my inventory is a little bit full. Oh, hello. You're white. That's a not normal coloring for rats. Not entirely sure how or why you got here. I was about to say, maybe I needed to go the long way around, but it seemed to be fine. I don't really want to wander around these sewers with all these diseased rats. Disease is moderately annoying to deal with, like I said. Okay, now how do I get out of the water here? There was a dock over here somewhere. Oh, there's also just a ramp. Why? What the... Now let's put some of our stuff away that we just purchased into our unsorted loot tab. Oh, this backpack is a pauldron. I mean, I think I'd rather have 60 points of feather than 2 armor. Probably. Yeah. Okay, let me get rid of the booze. Fortify speed. I don't think I need that. Oh, I do have a few cure disease scrolls. That is true. Keep the airship plans. Okay. And store all my ingredients. Got a couple that didn't go in because they're modded, so I'll put them in here. All right, let's go give the old captain his Dwemer airship plans. Is he going to make an airship? Is that what his plans are? Those are some pretty fancy plans for an old captain. I do. You have the airship plans. Let's see them. Fascinating. This vessel is clearly made of heavy metal and yet appears to be lighter than air. Yes, this will be most helpful to me. Can't wait to get working on this. I hadn't forgotten you, Sharia Lightfoot. I'll pay you 700 drakes for the plans. It's almost double their black market value, but you've earned it. Now, I do have more jobs for you, but Morani wants to talk to you first. She says it's urgent. Can I advance? No. Who's Morani? Rai Morani wants to talk to you. She says it's urgent.
Well met.
Need of a job? Good, I have an urgent one for you, Footwad. I need your help to settle Nalara's debt. First off, let's make one thing clear. We might be thieves, but we're also citizens of Old Ebonheart. We care for our city and its people and their well-being, especially the poor people on the east side. As far as I'm concerned, they're under the guild's protection, under my protection. Now one of them has contacted us for help. I must warn you that there's no reward to be gained from this job. If anything, you might lose a few coins. Even with that knowledge, are you willing to help? Yeah, sure. Why not? Good. As I said, Nalara needs our help. We have a rival gang in here in the city, Delasia's gang, led by Otribus Delasia, a mobster from Cyrodiil. He and his gang seek only to exploit the poor of Old Ebonheart. They own some of the houses here on the east side. Nalara is one of their tenants. She hasn't been able to pay her rent and is now facing eviction or worse. I want you to go to her and find a way to help her. A word of warning before you leave, the gang might be a bunch of thugs, but they have the law on their side. They might try to provoke you to get a violent reaction out of you. It's not something I want you to do. We thieves should use our heads, not our fists. If you're not cunning enough to handle us without resorting to violence, then it's better to just give up. Keep that in mind. Turn to me when Nalara's debt is settled. Tell me more about Delasia's gang. The gang came to this city from Cyrodiil a few years ago. They had the money to pay and the muscle to coerce, so they quickly seized the ownership of many of the cheap houses on the east side. Their tenants are often poor people who can't afford their rent, so the gang loans them gold, putting them in debt. It's all a racket. The gang operates out of Otribus Delasia's house. He's their leader, but is never seen in public. Lets his henchmen do all the dirty work for him. Alright, so I need to go find Nalara. Where does she live? It's one of their tenants on the east side. Find her in her home on the east side of town. Okay. Well, time to figure out where the fuck she lives, because there's a whole lot of houses over here. Ah, found it. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes.
Go ahead. I'm
Hello.
waiting.
Oh, you startled me, but you're not one of Mr. Delasia's enforcers, are you? I'm here to help you. You're with the guild, and you're going to help me. Oh, thank you, Sharia Lightfoot. Yes, I can't say how much exactly they think I owe them. Whenever they come to collect the rent, they just say an amount. One week it could be 50 septums, the next 150. It makes no sense to me. Last time they said I would have to pay them 3,000 septums. I don't have that kind of money, so they said they'd give me a loan. It felt wrong, but they made it seem like I had no other choice, so I borrowed that money from them. I'm just a humble trader. I don't make much money. There's no way I could ever pay the gang back, and they are losing their patience with me. They could throw me out of my home, that's for sure, and I fear they'll hurt me for this, Sharia Lightfoot. Could you please speak to the gang for me? Make them understand my situation. I'm too scared to do it myself. You can find them in Otribus Delasia's house. They are really bad people, Sharia Lightfoot. I'm scared of them. Don't steal from people that are under the guild's protection. Okay, so where is this Delasia asshole? He said he had a house on the east side of town, so I assume somewhere over here. God, there's so many buildings. Some might say too many buildings, but... Okay, where the hell is this guy? That can be found in Otribus Delagia's house. I thought they said he lived on the east side of town, but maybe he just owns the properties on the east side of town. Okay. Time to be looking at things again. Oh, found him. It's literally right here. I'm gonna quick save because, you know. Hold it right there, Bosmer. This is Mr. Delagia's house. You can't just waltz in here. You don't have anything sharp on you, do you? I sure do. Smart. Only a fool would come here unarmed. Now go about your business. Madeline Rain does the talking for the boss. Speak to him if you aren't here just to waste our time.
Do not waste my time.
Madeline...
Don't press your luck.
Madame... Mead-Million Rain? You're under Mr. Delagia's roof, citizen. I'm Mead-Million Rain, the numbers guy. Unless you're here on business, I'm going to have to ask you to beat it. Yeah, Nalira is one of our tenants. Her rent's overdue and she hasn't paid back her loans. Why do you ask? Well, she can't pay you back. Tough luck. It's not our fault she can't pay us back. She should have thought about that before she became our tenant and before she loaned money from us. She knows the rules. People who don't pay their dues to Mr. Delagia, they end up in the street. No amount of crying is going to change that. How much does Nalira owe you? Let me consult the ledger. Yes, the overdue rent and the loan. In total, it's 1,500 septums. Is there something I can do to make the debt disappear? Yes, maybe. If you did a little job for me first, then I'd be willing to make her debt go away. Well, what's the job? I have some paperwork I need to finish from Mr. Delagia, but for that I need Merck's... God, I'm so bad with names. Merxia Venedici's signet ring. Now, she's the director of the East Empire Company, so I figure she must be really busy all the time. Best not to bother her with asking for the ring. It'll be much better if someone just took the signet ring without asking, no? Sure, I'll take it. Ah, good. I happen to know that Vendici keeps her signet ring in the upstairs dressing room of her manor. One can enter that room unseen through a trapdoor on the roof. Suggest you find a way to get on that roof. Maybe worth a shot to try and jump there from the balcony of the neighboring chapel. Anyway, the signet ring is somewhere in the dressing room. Find it and bring it to me, and as Nalira's debt is as good as gone, cross my heart. Okay. Well, if you really want me to steal, I suppose I could do that. Now, he said to try and jump to the roof from the chapel, but I say I have a 0% chance to cast this spell, is what I say. Yep. Huh. Why do I have a 0% chance to cast this spell? I guess it's just too high level for my alteration skill. Well, like he said, I guess I better jump from the roof of the chapel. Hi. I am Aranwin, pilgrim and layman of the Imperial Cult.
All right,
Cool.
I'm intrigued. Go ahead.
How in the fuck do I get upstairs? This way. Hello. Okay. Oh, brother. I do not have... My acrobatics ain't exactly the highest, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this jump. If I can make it up there first, I can make the jump for sure, though. Okay. There we go. My good old-fashioned lockpick. Don't mind me just stealing your shit. There I go thieving again. Steal your pants, steal your shoes, steal all your stuff. Exquisite pants, they're mine now. You got a bathtub. Wow, that's fancy. I like her fortified personality potions and stuff. Adamantium crossbow. Well, ain't that fancy. Why does she have a $10,000 crossbow on her dresser? I'm not gonna complain, it's mine now. I'm gonna lock this pick. Just for the experience. There we go. And then I leave. Alright, time to go give the signet ring back, and probably he's going to tell me that he didn't agree to do shit, so... And then I'll have to figure out another way to settle the debt.
Welcome, Outlander. I've special prices
Not that I'm complaining, like that little excursion got me a nice prize, but how the hell am I going to sell that to anyone?
Never does a thing.
Why am I always surrounded by fawning admirers?
How am I going to sell this? Like, one of the mods in this mod list fixes the monster merchants, so they no longer have like 1 billion gold on them. Which makes early game liquidation of expensive equipment very hard to do. So I don't know how I'm going to sell this. You have the signet ring. Give it to me. You've been a good little thief, Sharia Lightfoot. There might be a place for someone with your skills in our organization. I'll mention your name to Mr. Delasia. Who knows, maybe we'll contact you in the near future to do another job for us. And yes, I'm keeping my end of the bargain. Nalara's debt is settled. You can tell her that she can keep calling that miserable hut her home.
What's this then?
Oh. Is it bad that I helped out the rival gang in town? Probably, but whatever, I got the job done. My debt's settled? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! You saved me, Sharia Lightfoot. I can keep my home. Oh, what a joyful day. I have nothing to offer you as a reward, but I shall never forget this act of kindness, and please extend my thanks to Her Highness as well. She certainly made the right call picking you for this task. Yeah, I noticed that too, that she referred to Morani as Her Highness. That's an interesting... That's interesting.
Please, have a look around.
The debt has been settled. You've done a good deed, Sharia Lightfoot, and earned my respect. However, I'm afraid that won't be the last we've heard of Delasia's gang. The next time they'll cause trouble, I'll be sure to call on you for help. Laura asked me to thank you. She also called you Your Highness. She called me that, did she? I blame it on the name of this inn of ours, you know, the Empress Kataraya. Ilaria probably thought she was being witty, calling me Her Highness. I wouldn't overthink it if I were you. Oh, I'm overthinking it. You know I'm overthinking it. Oh, I almost forgot. I originally told you that there wouldn't be a reward for this job. Well, here's a scroll of Akash's lock splitter. Nonetheless, you've earned it. Now talk to Fentis if you want a new job. Open 100. It's good.
I'm not busy now. What do you need?
Can I advance? No.
Well met.
Well, I think that's a good calling point for today. Next time, we'll probably continue doing more Thieves Guild quests here in Old Ebonheart. See you guys then.